Hello again, 240, to conclude Triumph of the Swoosh from Chapter 16, Only in America. As you'll recall, we're in the small college town of Eugene, Oregon, and year after year, Coach Bill Bowerman's University of Oregon track and field team was one of the nation's best, and he was forever experimenting with equipment as well as exploring new techniques of running and jumping. He wanted to create a lighter running shoe that provided sufficient traction. And there's Mr. Bowerman in his workshop, and that's from news.nike.com. Bowerman was Nike's original innovator. And in one inspired moment, he used his wife's waffle iron to create a revolutionary waffle composition sole to which he attached light leather and fabric shoes. And there's the prototype from Haley Peterson and Nike. Jewel92.com. This is one of the original Nike shoes. In 1964, Bowerman shook hands with one of his former Oregon track athletes, Phil Knight, to create a small shoe manufacturing company, Blue Ribbon Sports. Knight had originally contemplated such a company in a research paper he had written in a seminar while pursuing his Master's of Business Administration at Stanford, in which he pondered whether an American firm could challenge Adidas, the German outfit that dominated the sports shoe market. And Blue Ribbon Sports originally was importing Japanese shoes and track shoes, and they popularized the Tiger model by Onitsuka from Japan. But then they started making their own. And there's Mr. Knight, and that's his memoir that he wrote, Shoe Dog, and that's from thedigitalhash.com. And Knight is quite the wealthy man and benefactor today of the University of Oregon. Bowerman and Knight changed their company's name to Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, and for a mere $35, they commissioned the design of the soon-to-be ubiquitous swoosh as their company's logo. In 1972, sales reached $3 million, and new and more colorful models began to appear with unerring frequency. The first waffle shoe appeared in 1974, and sales zoomed. Nike entered the athletic shoe market at the same time the running craze was enveloping the nation. The niche market of running shoes provided the platform for building a Fortune 500 company that would branch out into many sports and leisure activities. In 1980, Nike went public with a stock offering and immediately became a darling of Wall Street. By this time, Nike had eclipsed its competition and launched an audacious advertising campaign that reflected new trends in modern society. Chief Executive Officer Phil Knight blended the emerging fitness movement with America's obsession with status, style, and innovation. He tied Nike's expanding line of products to charismatic athletes who either flaunted or at least challenged society's norms. When Nike selected the 21-year-old unproven National Basketball Association player Michael Jordan in 1983 to be Nike's spokesman for a revolutionary new form of basketball shoe, the Air Jordan, with its cushioned pocket of air in the heel, soon inspiring the competition to come out with other Air shoes. His competitors scoffed at that time, but Jordan's infectious smile, bubbly public personality, and growing stature as an NBA star made the clunky basketball shoe a runaway bestseller, and they're still making them today. Nike aggressively expanded its product line to encompass a wide range of leisure and sports clothing and equipment. The company likewise hit pay dirt in 1996 when it signed the highly touted 21-year-old Tiger Woods to a lucrative endorsement contract. 10 years later, it took a similar risk with a 16-year-old golf phenom from Hawaii, Michelle Wie. In 1996, Nike reported net profits of over $550 million on $6.5 billion in revenues. In 2004, its net revenues had increased to $14 billion, and its profits had grown accordingly. Not bad for a company that began in a small-town Oregon kitchen with a waffle iron and a dream.